storm.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yellowstone's really been carrying on through my dreams, apparently.
Oh, I had a big dream too. I can't remember it.
Should we do some drills first? Made it to tennis. Still not even 7 a.m. yet. Moving on with the morning, I'm now gonna make some coffee. I'm gonna be making iced coffee, but in this little mug that Giselle got for me over the weekend. So my vision for today, I think this vlog is probably just going to span today only because I have a lot on my to-do list. Filming this on a Thursday, and I've done like most of my computer work for the week so far, so I plan to just get a lot of home things done. So that is the goal for today, is just to have a very productive day. However, I have taken a little bit of time this morning to kind of like mentally reset and just like emotionally chill out going into the day. Just why I showered, I put on makeup, but my hair's been drying kind of crazy because I was laying down for a little bit. But I'll tell you the story of what happened this morning at the tennis courts, as well as this is actually the second time, but it's like the issue behind it has been like ongoing for a long time. And I think this is what really made me like start to question what's going on here, I guess. Let me get my vanilla. So I've been going with Giselle to play tennis in the mornings some recently, and for the second time, we have been there at the same time as just like the park worker whose job it is to go and leaf blow and keep things looking all beautiful and clean. And I'm so thankful for his contribution. However, this is what I've noticed is my issue. I've been having a very bizarre reaction to like the sound, which I don't know how to explain it, and it sounds like really stupid to explain. And Giselle, it took her a bit for me to get her to understand this, and I kind of even like Googled, and now I'm like, do I have a problem? Like, is this like a medical thing? Because the sound of the leaf blower, you guys, was setting me off. It's not just like, oh, this was an annoying sound. It was like, I am having an emotional reaction to this noise. I can't unhear this noise. It's all I can focus on. I don't feel present anymore. It is grinding my gears to the 100th degree. I was having just like an uncontrollable, like emotional and angry reaction to it. And like we had to leave the tennis court because I couldn't stop like fixating on this sound, which has never happened to like this severe of a degree. But I can think of like similar things in the past, again, not to this like severe of a degree, but like living at my old place, our old townhouse was like in the path of an airport in LA. So like every time a plane took off, it was over our house. It especially would like really frustrate me when I was trying to film because I would have to stop every like minute or so, which I think that makes sense because it's related to like an action and like something that was inconveniencing me. However, it didn't stop at that. Like for the entire almost 2 years that we lived at that place, like you would think you just get like used to the sound of these planes taking off and like you don't hear it anymore. I think that's probably what happens to most people, is they just like become immune to the noise. It irked me to like no end for the entire time that we lived there, to the point that like it would affect my mood, my ability to focus, my like literal emotional like baseline was like all over the place because of these noises. And I think I can think back to last summer, if you guys watched our European summer series when we were traveling a lot, I talked about how that was really when my anxiety was starting to get worse and worse and worse for like a lot of factors. And I'm not trying to only now like erase everything else and only see it as this, but I've thought a lot of that was due to like me being a light sleeper and like being in all these noisy hotels. But like I think it goes beyond that, of like I'm realizing I have such a sensitivity to like certain noises that like emotionally it like does something to me. So I'll put the name on screen of something I was Googling. It's not like an accredited or in any kind of psych certified manual or anything like that. It's like a diagnosable condition, but like apparently this is a thing where certain people just have this sensitivity to certain noises. I guess for a lot of people it's like chewing noises and things like that. I don't have that thing on. Your girl likes to eat. But like there is no explainable like justification for the like anger that certain noises create in me. And it's like, I'm like, is this an obsessive thing? Like, does anybody relate to this? Let me know. It's very confusing. Like this was never an issue like in the past in life, looking back at years ago. Ooh, I did not sweeten this enough. Ooh, where is this? But anyways, that's been the morning. I've taken some time. My next task up that I'm gonna do first is getting to my office. If you watched my August reset video, I showed, well, I'll show you again right now, but I showed what that room has been looking like. This is the room in question. On Monday, my desk is gonna be getting here to finally start having an office space to work in. I'm excited. I don't have like the clear direction here. We're gonna talk design stuff after this. Fortunately, a lot of this is just boxes that needs to be broken down and put in the recycling. So I think this is major progress. Heard of so much stuff, found a place for a lot of stuff, still need to find a place for a few things. Just a tiny bit more work to do in here, but otherwise it is looking ready for the desk. I did just want to kind of talk through because I want some feedback, and ultimately it's going to depend on like when the desk gets here and I put it in the office, like kind of what it looks like in person. But this is a photo of the desk I ordered. As you can see, it doesn't have any kind of drawers in it, so I need to figure out some kind of like storage solution of what to put in there. I don't think I'm gonna have room to really put like, I would love to do like a wooden bookcase like this. I want that like somewhere in the house eventually. But what really made me want this desk was the photos that they pictured it in, just from like a design perspective. I'm so torn between like kind of both of these options here. Like, do I want to do like a rust orange, like lime wash vibe on the wall for some color? Like that would be such like a bold choice for myself, or do I want to just keep it in like the really classic timeless neutral vibe that is kind of the rest of the house? And then I feel like for a desk chair, I'm thinking I want something that's like got a little bit of a funky shape to it, maybe like one of those boucle style fabrics. I do have the rug as well, which I showed in my last vlog, but I'm a bit worried that that's actually gonna be too big for the space. So I might end up using that in Giselle's office because hers is a bit bigger, but I definitely do want like some kind of rug in that room just because the desk is gonna be either on the wall. I've always pictured it like on the wall, like to the right side when you walk in, or I guess if I wanted like some room for some shelves or something, then I could do it in front of the window. But anyways, I actually am doing some browsing for another rug, and that brings me to today's video sponsor, which is Bed Bath & Beyond. You may know they recently closed their stores, but they're now back with an even bigger and better shopping experience online at bedbathandbeyond.com because they've now joined with Overstock. Overstock is actually where I've always gotten all of the rugs in my house. The day you see me paying big bucks for a rug, like something that is gonna get so dirty on the ground, like come talk some sense into me. I've always just found really great rugs at Overstock. So now those are at bedbathandbeyond.com. So I'm just going through on their app. So since they are now powered by Overstock, they have an enormous selection of home furnishings, decor, patio furniture, just all home categories, still at a great value. So I'm going through here some things I know that I need at the moment. We also want to swap out like our towel rods in the bathrooms. Everything is silver. I don't know why that's always the default, I feel like, everywhere I have lived. So this is a great set. You'll get multiple towel and hand towel options, some little hooks for like robes. Those could go behind the doors. So I think we want to swap out probably for black. Also, just now I'm browsing their patio and outdoor selection. It reminds me, I've been wanting to get some furniture covers for our outdoor furniture. These are great. Great price for these right here. I want to cover the outdoor like lounge chairs we just got. Right now at Bed Bath & Beyond, they also have new welcome rewards. So if you join their loyalty program, you will get 5% back in rewards on your purchase that can be redeemed in subsequent transactions. So you can download the new Bed Bath & Beyond app and start earning rewards now. There's also free shipping on all orders. So whatever home project or budget you're working with, there is now more than ever to shop at Bed Bath & Beyond. So yeah, I'll have them linked below. Thank you so much to them again for partnering with me on this video. All right, we're now heading out to the grocery store. What's for dinner, Giselle?
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, shrimp or chicken? We grill every single night.
Shrimp?
yeah. We made grilled shrimp yesterday, and by we grill and we made shrimp, I mean Giselle grills and Giselle made shrimp. Yesterday, I'll insert a clip. They were so good. She made this like garlicky herb butter and put it on the shrimp. It was delicious. I'm fine with doing that again. She's also been blanching some cauliflower and whipping up some sauces. So this is the cauliflower sauce, or what's the pesto?
It's a parsley mince pesto.
They're both for the cauliflower?
Yeah.
Options. She just casually whipped up some sauces. This is a chipotle pepper hot honey sauce. All right, grocery haul. We have our shrimp. I got some dates. We're gonna make with the shrimp some stuffed mushrooms. So we found these like really big guys. We got some goat cheese as well as some chive cream cheese that we're gonna mix to go in those. Couple lemons, couple avocados, parsley, banana, baba ganoush for Giselle, and then my fun treat was getting some kombuchas. Hello.
Yeah.
How was your second tennis of the day?
Hot.
Was anybody there?
Yeah, too dry.
Giselle has been going to tennis twice a day. The commitment. I have quite a stack of clothes that I need to hang up. I've now been starting to clean out my closet a little bit, which was clean the last time I showed it, which was when I was organizing it into sections. So that part is the same, but whenever we have people over, we just like anything out and about, we've just been throwing it in a space, and those spaces have mainly been my office and closet. So as you've hopefully seen in this video, I know I share a lot of really cute clips of the house, or at least I think I do, that look all clean and cute and whatever. Just know there's spaces I'm not showing for a reason. As I was cleaning up here, I was just having a bunch of random thoughts about a lot of different random things that at this point I probably already forgot, but I thought I would just turn it on the camera and see what thoughts flow. The first one being, and I just posted this on my Instagram story, a couple of notes about our neighbors, because I know I brought that up a while ago as being something that I was concerned about, just with a lot of the neighbors here being a bit older, like they're all kind of our parents' ages. And look guys, I'm not judging the entire older generation as being like potentially homophobic, but I think it is reasonable to be more concerned about questioning people's views and like being unsure of what they might think about the topic compared to, let's say, if our neighbors were our age. But with that, just a story time. So we'd met several of the neighbors. They had been so nice and welcoming. So many people brought us like brownies and just different baked goods and flowers and welcome notes, and like everybody has been so nice. Apparently the rumor from the realtor to all of these neighbors was that two sisters bought the house. So that's what the realtor was feeding people, and he knew we were together. So why, I don't know. But it was unclear of if the neighbors did know we were together or not, even the ones that we had met. One of them literally asked us if we were sisters, and we were like, no, and that's like pretty obvious that we're not sisters. So then we just felt really uncomfortable thinking that's what they would assume we are versus a couple. So we didn't say we were a couple, we just said no, we're not sisters. That was just one neighbor interaction, but it was just like, there was definitely a period of uncertainty of like, do the neighbors know we're together, and is this a comfortable environment to just like flat out say we're together? Or I feel like it's pretty obvious, because why else would two women buy a house together? Either it was like, this is so obvious, they obviously know, or they are so like detached from reality that they actually don't know. Some of the neighbors, I think that's still definitely the position we are in with them. And the ones that we are cool with kind of gave us reason to, I mean, not even gave us reason, flat out said like, these neighbors are probably homophobic, and like they've made no effort to talk to us really. So like, I think that's fine, and we're just gonna keep our distance. But prior to that, we invited the ones we're cool with to our housewarming party. After a few drinks, we were finally like, all right, look, I think it's obvious, but like Giselle and I are together. And they were like, oh yeah, we figured, blah, blah, blah. We don't have to worry or wonder if people know we're together or not. We settled that one. What else was I gonna say about them? I don't know. Just, I guess that we have been very, very lucky. Oh, I was going to say that we have a neighbor who keeps bringing over peaches that she's been growing. So if you guys have any ideas for things to make with peaches, or maybe it'll be too late, but I guess let me know in case she brings over more. But that's just been so sweet, and I feel just so happy to have such a great relationship with neighbors here. The only thing I've been adjusting to, this older generation, they don't text before they come over. We have been learning that we need to be ready at all times, like makeup on at least a little bit, to the point that I feel like I want to open the door, you know, have pants on or have them nearby. Normally I'm just chilling in a big t-shirt, because the neighbors, just drop in with no notice. So that's just been funny, the amount of times that has caught me off guard and I have not been prepared. On another adult or parent note, my parents are going to be coming to visit for an entire week in October, which I'm very excited about. I'm excited for them to see the house. I'm worried that my dad is going to like point out a million things that I haven't noticed or like wrong with the house or something. I know my dad is like coming out here wanting to be really helpful. He's definitely like a busybody of a dad. Like even when I go home to visit, I feel like he always has a million home projects. I'm trying to think of things that I can get him to do while he's here. I definitely need his landscaping advice. I mean, the yard and everything is pretty well landscaped, but I would like a bit more privacy between one neighbor in particular. The neighbor that I've been warned is homophobic, who did actually make a comment to us about 2 girls living here. He asked if we were mom and daughter. I'm like, who's the mom? And if it's me, I'm pissed. But that house coincidentally is the only one that you can really see over the fence at all. I would love to plant something there that will one day grow and block the view, but it's kind of in a tricky spot. So I want him to help with that. If I can pick some paint colors, my dad has always like throughout life painted all of our houses, even when he probably should have hired it out, like being on a sketchy ladder on the staircase, reaching up to, you know, 20-some foot ceilings. So he's got quite a resume. So that's why I've been wanting to kind of think through all of the design of all of these rooms right now, because my best friend Caroline gave me a really good recommendation because she actually bought a house a couple months before me. She ended up changing her paint colors multiple times, and so her recommendation was that I try to like think through and make these decisions now and get paint samples and like put that on the wall and like really sit with it for a minute. What the hell? Why am I putting this on a cover up? Over the weekend, I picked up a little shoe rack for in here. Alright, the closet is good enough for right now. I do think I want to go back and get another one of these shoe racks, but I've got everything in here much more organized. I am in a bit of a dilemma because these bins down here I originally envisioned to go up here at the top. Right now I just moved a suitcase and something from another closet up there to free up some space. But in these bins though, I keep workout outfits as well as swimsuits and cover-ups. So since it is the summer, I'm reaching for these a lot more than usual. So I thought I'd just keep them down here on the floor, but eventually they'll go up there. Other activewear stuff I just have stacked here on the shelf, as well as behind the door in this little hanging closet organizer.